2 weeks left in the college football regular season. The voice of college football here to break down conference championship scenarios. Let's take a look at the Big Ten Eastern Division, ruled this season by Ohio State, Michigan, and Michigan State. The Big Ten has backloaded the schedules, so we have most of our important games being played right here in the month of November. As it stands right now, Ohio State 7-0, Michigan State both at 6-1. Of course, the Spartans lost to Purdue, but they have the head-to-head win over Michigan. So the Buckeyes play Michigan State and on the road at Michigan. If the Buckeyes win both games, of course, they win the Big Ten Eastern Division. For Michigan State at 6-1, if they win out, they, of course, win the tiebreaker against Ohio State and would win the tiebreaker against Michigan as well at 8-1. Michigan now at 6-1 takes on Maryland and then Ohio State. For the Wolverines to win the Big Ten East, they need to win out. They also need Ohio State to beat Michigan State or Michigan State to lose to Penn State to give the Spartans a second loss. And of course, Michigan would have the tiebreaker win against Ohio State. So there was a possible three-way tie between the three teams at 7-2. Maryland would have to beat Michigan. Michigan State beat Ohio State, Michigan beat Ohio State, and Penn State beat Michigan State. So a lot of losses by the top three teams in the Big Ten East against the likes of Penn State and Maryland for there to be a three-way tie at 7-2. In that case, Michigan State would go on to the Big Ten championship game at a 2-0 record since they beat both Ohio State in that scenario, and they've already beaten Michigan, with Michigan at 1-1 and Ohio State 0-2 in that three-way tiebreaker. I believe it's going to play out like this. The Buckeyes defeat both Michigan and Michigan State to finish at 9-0. Michigan State at 7-2. And that brings Michigan to 7-2 as well and on to the Big Ten championship game. We will continue to break down division races across college football, both in the Big Ten Western Division. That's an interesting one, as well as the SEC, the ACC, the Pac-12, and the Big 12. Lock it in right here at the Voice of College Football.